Hello everybody! If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 630, The Sibling Soiree. Intermediate. The moment the car pulled away, a powerful, unspoken current of freedom surged through the house. Max and Leo, 14-year-old twins, watched their parents' sensible silver estate car disappear down the street. It was Friday afternoon. The parents were off to see a musical in London, and they wouldn't be back until Sunday evening. 2 days and 2 nights of glorious, unsupervised liberty. Max, the taller twin with a mop of brown hair, grinned. Operation Maximum Fun is a go. Leo, the more strategic of the two, pulled a detailed, hand-drawn plan from his back pocket. Phase 1, Relocation of Domestic Assets. This involved carefully, and with great grunting, moving the living room sofa to the kitchen to create a snack and screen zone. They lugged the television into the now empty living room and set it up facing the fireplace. They then began building a magnificent fort out of every cushion, blanket and bedsheet they could find. It was a masterpiece of architectural incompetence, but it had a clear purpose, to be the perfect base for watching films. Their ambitions then turned to food. Max proposed a pizza cake, a magnificent tower of 3 pizzas stacked on top of each other, with cheese in between each layer. After 2 hours of kitchen chaos, the result was a lopsided, barely cooked cheese mountain. While it was a complete disaster to look at, they were still surprisingly proud. By Saturday morning, the house was a wonderful, organised mess. The living room was a fortress, the kitchen floor was sticky, and the downstairs toilet had a new temporary art installation, a collection of half-empty crisp packets taped to the wall. The brothers, however, were not finished. They had a plan to host a talent and karaoke extravaganza. They invited 5 of their best friends over, dug out an old karaoke machine from the loft, and set up a stage in the dining room. Leo performed a dramatic, off-key version of a pop ballad, while Max attempted to sing an even more out-of-tune rock anthem while doing backflips. This was a terrible idea. The party was a loud, happy and slightly destructive success. A lamp was knocked over, a glass was broken, and the sofa was covered in an array of sticky marks. The next morning, the doorbell rang. "That's Mum's friend, isn't it?" Leo said, nervously, looking at the mess. "She's supposed to give us a lift to the shops." Max looked at his phone. "Hold on, it's a text from Dad." He read it aloud, his voice flat. "The show was cancelled. We're on the train. Be home in 20 minutes. X." Panic immediately set in. The twins stared at the chaotic scene. A sticky sofa, a living room fort, and a broken lamp. 20 minutes! Leo yelped. The clean-up was frantic. They shoved the fort cushions into the cupboard, hid the broken lamp behind the curtains, and wiped the sticky floor with a tea towel. As they heard the car pull into the driveway, they were almost finished. They looked around, slightly out of breath. The sofa was back in the living room, the TV was back in its place, and the house looked relatively normal. The front door opened. "Hello, boys, we're back early," their mother said. She took one look at the living room. "Did you redecorate?" Leo and Max exchanged a nervous glance. "We did some spring cleaning," Max offered. Their father came in, looked at the sofa, and then at the clean but not quite right rug. He smiled. "I remember a time when your uncle and I rearranged the furniture to build a ramp for our bikes. Your grandparents never noticed until they tried to sit on the sofa, and it just wasn't there." The twins stared in amazement. Their parents weren't angry. They were understanding? But then their mother pointed up. "Oh, is that a pizza stain on the ceiling?" The twins looked up. There on the smooth white surface was a perfect, round, dried-on circle of tomato sauce and cheese. They were grounded, but they were also heroes of their own little, unforgettable story. Vocabulary notes. Unspoken current, meaning a feeling or atmosphere that is understood by everyone in a room, but no one says it out loud. It's a kind of shared, silent feeling. Example, a powerful unspoken current of freedom surged through the house. The twins felt this freedom without needing to say it. Similar words, unspoken feeling, silent mood, undercurrent. Mop of hair, meaning a large amount of hair on a person's head that looks messy or untidy, like the head of a mop. Example, Max, the taller twin with a mop of brown hair. Similar words, shock of hair, unruly hair, tangled mess. Lopsided, meaning something that is not straight, balanced or symmetrical. One side is lower or bigger than the other. Example, after 2 hours of kitchen chaos, the result was a lopsided, barely cooked cheese mountain. Similar words, uneven, crooked, tilted. Off-key, meaning singing or playing a musical note that is not the correct pitch. It can also mean something that is not quite right for a situation. Example, Leo performed a dramatic off-key version of a pop ballad. Similar words, out of tune, tuneless, discordant. Grounded, meaning a punishment for a child or teenager where they are not allowed to go out or do fun activities for a period of time. Example, they were grounded, but they were also heroes of their own little unforgettable story. Similar words, restricted, confined, under punishment. Story written by Steve UK and Gemini Pro AI. Image created by AI Magic X AI. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you.
You know that feeling, right? That kind of rush. Pure, unadulterated freedom when the grown-ups just vanish and suddenly the whole house is yours.
Oh, absolutely. It's more than just a feeling, isn't it? It's almost this palpable current that surges through the place the second they leave.
Yeah, like an unspoken thing. Everyone just feels it. Liberation.
Exactly. Silent agreement.
Precisely. And, the universal feeling. That's our jumping off point for today's deep dive into the Sibling Soiree. It's a short story we're going to unpack.
We're looking at the joyous chaos, really, and maybe some unexpected wisdom when kids are left to their own devices.
Yeah, our mission today is to pull out the best bits, the funny moments, the clever schemes, maybe the not so clever ones too.
And definitely the deeper stuff about family, mischief, memory. And there's some interesting vocabulary in there too.
Okay, so let's set the scene. It's Friday afternoon. Parents' car pulls away. They're off to London for a musical.
Won't be back till Sunday night.
2 whole days, 2 nights. Glorious unsupervised freedom for Max and Leo, the 14-year-old twins. So what's the very first thing they do?
Well, what's fascinating is how fast Leo acts. He's the strategic one, apparently. Kicks off phase 1, relocation of domestic assets.
Sounds very official.
It does, right. But it's basically them immediately reshaping their world, moving stuff around, establishing their own rules, even if it's, totally upside down from normal.
You can just picture it. Grunting, shoving. They drag the living room sofa into the kitchen.
Creating the snack and screen zone. Brilliant name.
Totally. And then, in the now empty living room, a fort, the story calls it a masterpiece of architectural incompetence.
Which probably means it was amazing in their eyes. Perfect for watching films anyway.
And then there were the culinary ambitions. Max suggests a pizza cake.
A pizza cake. Okay, no, that sounds ambitious for a teenager. Like peak youthful ambition meeting cold, hard reality.
Definitely. The story describes it as lopsided. That word's great, isn't it? Uneven, unbalanced.
Like a lot of teenage plans, maybe. It's sort of this immediate stamp of independence, though, even in their cooking.
So Saturday morning rolls around. The house is, quote, an organized mess. But they're not done.
No, of course not.
What's next? The talent and karaoke extravaganza. 5 friends come over.
Oh, boy.
Leo sings a dramatic pop ballad. described as very off-key, so completely out of tune, bless him.
Uh-huh.
And Max attempts a rock anthem, also out of tune, but adds backflips.
Backflips. Okay. So it sounds like loud, happy, maybe a little destructive.
You guessed it. The story calls it a slightly destructive success. A lamp gets knocked over, a glass breaks, and the sofa gets, well, sticky.
Right. That's kind of the inevitable result of that much fun packed into one space, isn't it? Classic unsupervised chaos.
Absolutely. But then, uh-oh, the bubble bursts. Dad sends a text.
What's it say?
Show canceled. Be home in 20 minutes. X.
20 minutes panic.
Total panic. 20 minutes to erase 2 days of liberty. They're shoving cushions in the cupboards, hiding the broken lamp behind the curtains.
Frantically wiping sticky floors. You can just feel the adrenaline.
Exactly. Parents pull up. The house looks, well, it looks relatively normal.
Relatively. That's the key word. And the mom walks in, takes one look.
And asks, did you redecorate? Which is just perfect.
It really is. And Max, bless him, nervously replies, we did some spring cleaning.
But here's the twist, right? Because the dad, he doesn't get angry.
No.
Yeah.
He actually smiles, starts telling a story about him and his uncle moving furniture around to build a bike ramp when they were kids.
Can you imagine the twins' faces?
Yeah.
Relief. Disbelief.
Probably both. But wait, it's not over, is it? The mom spots something?
She does. She points up, and there, on the ceiling,
Don't tell me.
a perfect round, dried-on pizza stain. The one piece of evidence they missed.
The pizza stand. That's brilliant. The lasting mark of their adventure. Indelible proof.
So the outcome?
Well, they were grounded, which, means restrictions, no going out, usual punishment. But they were also, as the story says, heroes of their own little unforgettable story. The punishment happens, sure, boundaries are needed. But that shared memory, that's bigger somehow.
It's a really good way to put it. It's this messy, funny, but kind of essential part of growing up, isn't it? Learning independence, making memories.
Exactly. And sometimes you get a bit of unexpected parental understanding thrown in. They remember being young, too.
And that pizza stain becomes more than just, well, sauce on the ceiling. It's like a symbol, isn't it?
It really is. It turns from just a mess into this physical marker of that memory, an artifact of their brief little kingdom.
So thinking about this, it makes you wonder about those unspoken things, the shared histories in all families. What pizza stains, maybe not literal ones, but those little hidden memories or rebellious moments connect your family's past generations,
Yeah, what stories or maybe near misses shape how things are today, even if nobody talks about them much? Things you might only see if you look really closely at the ceiling.